They won't give that out. Not that it won't happen if we don't reach game number 3. Because I just think that with Bren Esports confident, there won't be any lapses into their drafting.
There's the running draft here.
There's the running draft.
We have the Yushin Shin. We also have a Hilda, Ling, plus the Jawhead onto the side of Bren Esports. There is a nice chance that maybe an Esmeralda will be available here for this map. Yuzong was chosen, right?
Yeah.
To the side here of, I think, to the side of NXP.
It was MB. It was
MB,
MB's.
right?
For Bren Esports, this could be an interesting draft pattern, Shin. Put the Kufra. Don't ban the Kufra. Let NXP pick the Kufra. Then you get 2 good side lanes.
Yeah.
Are they willing to do that though? Are they willing? Because Brent can just ban out the Kufra. It's still scary. It's still something that you would consider as a threat.
I think you should ban the Kufra.
But if you give it out, you get 2 good side lanes. You get the Uranus.
Yeah.
You get the
You
Uranus.
get an Esmeralda.
You get the Uranus. You get an Esmeralda.
They just ban. They give it.
They're gonna give up that
Yeah.
Kufra.
Yeah.
And when
Maybe because they want to fight that Kufra.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to bait in NXP Solid into another fight.
Yeah.
And take them head on from there.
And what are they gonna go for? They're gonna get. They're giving the opportunity for Yawi to get his hero. Okay. They go for the Khalid, so it's not going to be the Kufra first pick. In any way, it's probably going to be their second and third pick. Well, for Bren Esports, they have the Uranus on their side. They can go for that. And on the hands of Rebo, it's going to be scary. Well, they do have the Khalid on the side of NXP Solid. So, in terms of sustain, I think it's kind of equal at this point.
Yeah. And these are just very safe picks. Doesn't just give away anything, really.
Oh,
On the one
wow.
for config. I was surprised that the Uranus was prioritized. Actually, that the Thams would provide more impact here, and this makes a lot of sense. You know, no, why not get both, right? Thams and Uranus still doesn't give away anything, and NXP they might be forced into choosing their own carry right now, probably, or maybe they can delay it for a bit. But the problem here is that I think it'd be more vulnerable if you show your support already. But here, if you get a Kufra, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, even with just the Thams and the Uranus, it's still totally okay. But there we go, NXP, they will deliver the fight. They still want that. Now, NXP, all they need is to layer that with a nice backline damage.
Yeah.
Maybe a Valier, a Chango, something like that.
I think a Cho would be safe here for the side of Bren Esports. Ah, Lance. They would just get the Lance. They know that their hyper-aggressive setup is working against NXP Solid. They won't
And
change
Kurt
that.
Z is just precise with the Lancelot, man. Phantom execution,
Phantom execution indeed.
on point.
Bren Esports, what are you going to ban? You go for the Ruby, and I think it's a good ban
It's a good
against
ban, yeah.
against Renegade.
Yeah, especially if you're using a Thams, if you're using a Uranus, you know, it's something that can really totally do well still. And I think Bren Esports won't be banning the Yuzong here. But I think, well, Bren has a first pick advantage right after the ban, so they're eyeing maybe and securing a Chango for that part. Few has played the Chango anyway. And maybe they could start banning another backline here. Yuzong will be removed by NXP. Alright.
Okay, so NXP Solid. I'm actually surprised that they banned out the Yuzhong. I don't think
I don't think the Yuzong will be chosen here.
I don't think the Yuzhong will have a slot here.
Yeah.
On the side of Bren Esports. But hey, it's still a possibility. Not taking that out.
Probably of having, you know, something as way back, having a Thams in the mid. I did recall that, right? The tactic back then.
And they ban out the Cho. They don't want to give out the Cho. Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's
It makes a lot of sense.
that's fair. The bouncing ball can just get Jit Kundoed. It's a possibility. Bren Esports, they still need a support. I think this slot guard deserves a support on their side.
Baksha or
It's and it's going to be the Val. That's going to be the support. It's going to be the Valir. And
Alright.
it actually answers a lot of these problems.
Yes, especially for the Kufra. And that's a lot of still early game presence in the form of the Valier. I'm very curious what will be the main tank here. And the problem here is NXP is forced to show their card first before Bren. Bren has the last say on this. NXP already has their tank available, but what about of the support? I think they just go Chango, really. For the mid or Farsa. They went with the Natalia, they went with the Farsa here. So,
It's a side lane, Natalia.
yeah. Or probably mid lane Natalia, then side lane Farsa.
It's going to be side lane.
Yeah. That's one possibility.
Ah! He's not part of the revamp. He's not part of the revamped roster. So
Tigreal.
Tigreal is not part of the revamped Project Next Heroes. So it is tournament legal. And let's see what Tigreal can do. Remember the channeling of the ultimate. It can be the lapse there or the gap there between the usage or the casting time of the ultimate. It can be flickered in between. So you can just use that, channel it a bit. Then when it's gonna hit,
You still catch someone.
you just flicker in, then you catch someone.
You still catch someone. You know? So there's an added mechanic of snappiness to the ultimate of the Tigreal. And I do believe that the Tigreal would be a nice disruption hero as he stays actually on those buff. And not really so rewarding if gets focused on. We got game number 2, like we mentioned. Finish with the draft on the official game proper. Here at the Celestial Palace, ladies and gentlemen, for this match between NXP versus Bren Esports. Remember that we are sitting at 1-0 in favor of Bren.
Yawi getting his Kufra. Let's see what are the things that he can do right here. You know what, Shin? From hindsight, based on my own experience, I really like the things that I really like the matchup between Kufra and Tigreal. Just because in terms of bouncing ball, a Tigreal can just knock up a Kufra.
Yeah.
So the bouncing ball will just be negated as well.
Yeah.
So you can push the Kufra back, then just unload on the knock-up, and you can get away.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I'm actually well. Where is that the ult you're accounting?
No,
the
second
just
skill.
The second skill,
The
right?
dash.
Yeah, the dash. That's why there's really that danger. Even pre-level 4.
Wow!
Very fast there. It was well done by Chester.
And it's actually a Renegade side lane. Farsa. He gets the extra levels.
Yeah.
And he has all the damage in the world because he has Chester on his side.
Yeah, and the good part here is that Renegade is a side laner whose playstyle fits on being participating. So you'd be expecting that the moment that Yawi shows himself to be really aggressive on this Kufra, it won't be a surprise that Renegade will be there. But the problem here is, of course, Flaptizi. I think Flaptizi is like a player who's really going to push whenever left in a lane, right? Just capitalize on the utilization of these stamps. Now, what they did is they sent Lusty to protect Flaptizi because members here of NXP Solid are eyeing on snowballing H2 in the lane where Flaptizi is. It's a gold lane, by the way.
They're just delaying it. Look at this Lusty going back and Flap with the Purify. It's there, like and pounce. Not really gonna get any kill.
Lots of kite as well being delivered there, especially with that Soul of Lava present. And it makes it hard for Flaptizi to go in. He receives a lot of raw damage. Committed into the dive. There's another stun. One auto attack. And Lusty, just with a sliver of health, he allowed H2 to escape.
And look at the top lane. There is aggression happening there.
They're doing it.
Onto the side of Bren Esports as well. And while that's happening, Cardsi doesn't really care about the bottom lane that much.
Yeah.
What he's doing is trying to get his Raptor Machete charges up.
Yeah.
He wants to get it to 15.
And the thing here is that they also have Yawi hovering from where Few and Cortese will be coming. So that they can either disrupt or at least have an idea of where this duo will be coming from.
Look at this. Just the pushback is there. I don't really think that Carl would just fight this at this point.
Yeah.
He would just wants to get the Raptor Machete. Carl TZ. Chester doesn't have enough damage. Probably with the support of Yawi there. With a bouncing ball and a jump. It could have been possible, but he wasn't really in position.
I love the emphasis on the Natalia as well. Right?
Yeah.
They're already picking it. They actually started onto the turtle. H2 kiting back. He got pushed back by Few. Few has very little mana, but the finisher there is the Phantom Execution. Colt Z still secures that turtle.
Okay, so Yawi there didn't really just go for the jump, and Bren Esports took advantage of that. He was hesitating a bit, so when Bren saw that, they went straight for the turtle. They just needed the objectives.
Yeah. 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, at the 3-minute mark, 3 minute 50 seconds. And so far, it does look like Bren has toned down on fully engaging here. NXP though, they're sensing their lead. It's just that it's very risky to really engage against a comp with a Tigreal. I mean, things can go south quick.
Yeah.
In diving or in just going
Yeah.
all in a Tigreal. Especially with a Lancelot.
Implosion is just
Implosion.
one of the best skills that you can. Well,
Meet
it's
someone.
slow. It's
Yeah.
slow, but with that flicker capability now, I think it's really good. Oh, but well timed.
Yeah.
Wow. Phew.
If you was able to escape, and that gives freedom for the members of Bren Esports to fully engage here down at the bottom. Lusty, will Yawi go for the jump? Actually, Karchi is just waiting in, went for that crab coin. I think they were able to get a kill up top. No, Few will just walk out. And yeah, the lead here now is on the side of NXP, you know, just by a little, maybe less than 1,000, but still it is a visible lead.
And look at this Natalia pick from NXP Solid. It's really working for their side. I mean, well, Bren Esports did show us the capability, game number 1, but for NXP Solid, they know how to make it work as well.
Indeed. They went in with Yawi here. And Yawi was grabbed. I can about feel that Yawi is trying to be reactive here. And once Bren decides to fight, they will just go all in. They know where to do the dives and where it is done under and safe from the third range. Flapsy takes some hit. H2 delivering
Oh!
up. And Carl Z walks away. Now Flapsy, Lusty, also dueling up with H2. H2 is gone. Chester is the bonus one. And maybe MB, who wants to be... No ultimate on MB? I think, yeah, no, none. Will he be able to cast properly that Sandguard? Yawi's also there. Sandguard under the turret. But man, massive escape there by Carl Z.
Carl Z, like and pounce using a bit of the delay. He went for the Thorn Roast when the damage was going to register. So that means
Look at
you
that.
were faced
Gillette instant
out.
replay.
And look at this.
Look at
Carl
Carl
Z
Z.
here didn't have the dash. He was trying to get out. Look at this. Like and pounce was used exactly at the same time when the Thorn Rose was used.
Yeah, he greeted the Lycan Pause with the Thorn Rose. And just like that, he went with his puncture
He
out
went with his puncture
to
out.
the bare necessities.
Bottom lane. He went straight to the bottom lane. Look at the mechanics of our teams here. H2O. That was the best thing for him to do. He knew who his target was. Props to him. But still, Carlsy has the kit and had the right timing to dodge that out.
Very deserving to be called a pro player, really, for Mobile Legends. That's the mechanics of Carlsy here.
Look at
So Galdi.
Look at him. Look at the implosion. It just goes to Renegade.
Yeah, it just goes to Renegade. That's the problem about implosion. Once you are in and the party starts, it's really hard.
You can never get out.
You can never get out. Once you party, you can't stop on the implosion.
Oh.
That's it. You get sucked in, right?
Yeah. But look at Few.
Yeah,
Yawi
Few
1v1.
getting dancing.
here.
Chester getting pushed back as well. There goes the Phantom Execution coming in from Lusty. Yawi in the middle. Lusty still soaking up a lot of damage from the NXP squad. And yes, Chester is gone. Hyped in and squashed in by Cartizi. Now they're going to go for the push here with all the stickers on. But they got greeted by that Feather Dare Strike, ladies and gentlemen. Cartizi still dances around. Was able to dodge out delivery here from NXP Solid. The overall trade went in 2-4-1. And that would be a Bren.
Renegade is here, and Renegade will just stop the minion push coming out here from the side of Bren Esports. Now, all is not lost for the side of NXP Solid, and that I will tell you, because H2O still has the farm. And if you would look at the goal lead, it's only 3k, so it's bearable right now for NXP Solid. But Bren Esports, slowly but surely, they're making this lead unbearable for the side of NXP Solid. They're really pushing NXP Solid to not get anything onto the map right now.
Yeah. It's the classic playstyle from Bren Esports. Maybe wait for a mistake. Pick on something. Pick on the parts where you have a lead or where things are starting to get a lead. That's what they are doing. This Cartizi still, there is consistency for this part. H2 trying to actually participate a bit earlier than Cartizi. And from the looks of it, he got punished quickly. And yeah, it's now starting to look like it's very hard to control.
Yeah.
This Lancelot, it's very hard to control and catch Carl TZ. Because you've done everything.
You've done everything, yeah. That's true. Oh, well, I'm actually thinking that there is good synergy between Valir and Tegril. If you catch people with the implosion, if you get 3 stacks on them in one place, you're gonna stun them again.
You're gonna stun them again.
So,
no need for even an ult on Valor, honestly, you know. Or I mean, you don't need the pushback at least,
yeah,
right?
you don't even need the pushback.
Yeah, just the first kill and the ult, right, for that zone. But indeed, there is that good synergy. It does look like very little catch onto the Valor still, even with the Natalia being present, because that gives freedom for Carl Z to also slash through.
I mean, it wouldn't really matter if you push them back, as long as it's max range.
Yeah.
As long as it's max range, you wouldn't really have to care because you're just getting the extra shack marker. So, that's as easy as that. Flap here getting caught out. And
that's a very bad position on Flap TZ. He will be punished easily. Get cleaned up by H2 along with MB. Rebo answers for. There goes Lusty. They're just waiting for Carl TZ for the setup. On this, they're focusing towards Chester. This is the fight. This is surely the fight. Or maybe not, because NXP goes onto the retreat and just leaves MB and Chester left for dead. And this turret also to be taken in by Bren.
Renegade here forced back to the map. They will be forced to give up that tier 2 turret onto the top lane. Lord will be available in 10 seconds. Now, H2O is actually going to clear that minion wave at bot, and this is not really the setup that you want. Cards here, will they make it in time? Yes, they will.
Oh my god, and that's the catch from carry to carry, the number 1 versus number 2. No escaping Carl Z here.
Carl Z and Few, they just went in. Few even used the flicker just to secure that. They know that was high priority at that point.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done here by Bren. Look at that. That is a total of 7,000 for the gold lead. Carl TZ goes for the chase. He does know that the timers are still up for H2. Oh my god, the Renegade's done.
Renegade just gets caught.
Yeah, I mean, no body block from you either for Renegade. This is momentum now for Bren Esports. They're totally giving an impression against NXP.
And NXP solid. Things were looking good. But right now, it doesn't look that way anymore. And look at that dodge.
Quick pushback as well by Pew. And now he's actually strafing near the wall. He's strafing near the wall. He's not staying up into the jungle side because he has an idea that Chester can pop out anytime. Even the positional. You know, the positional skill here of Pew is just on point. Yeah.
Look at Lusty. Well, Renegade, at least he goes up. He responds. At least they get a bit of a breather here, not to let this end this fast. Although, Bren Esports, the next target is going to be the Lord. Man, oh man, what's going to happen here?
Well, Bren Esports, even though there are some stickers here and there, and also some taunts against NXP, they'll be careful. They will just do this methodically, just by taking on the Lord. Lord will be pushing randomly on the mid or on the bot. And yeah, you know, if they cannot finish the game, they can just go for a push up top. And it's already being worked on by Lusty.
Glowing wand for Few. Look at this Bren Esports. They're just waiting for the Lord to come out onto the middle lane.
Yeah.
NXP, how will they stop this push?
Yeah, and the problem here is Lusty also saw the exclamation point. It signals Chester being present and not in the base.
Oracle is there for Rebo, and this is going to be the last push. As you can see here, they're lining up with their recalls, and
they get the Lord.
MB going in. They're trying to chip down the damage here.
He made a jump.
Chester
needs to make his play. He needs to catch out a few, but Rebo and also Plaptisi has an idea of where this might be. Curls also outplays the rest of the members of NXP solid here. As the Lord focuses onto the base, they're just going for the base as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports closes.